Give your life to Christ as early as possible in life. Words of advice from Mr. Carsten St. Elmund Small. Born in Spring Farm, St. Thomas on the 29th of August, 1942, to the late Winston and Violet Small, Carsten is the second of 5 children. His siblings include brothers Ashley and Peter, who reside in Reading, England, and sisters Una and Armintha. Visually impaired from an early age, Mr. Small was a former pupil of Hillaby Mid School, now known as Hillaby Turners Hall Primary School, and later the then St. Thomas Church Boys. Mr. Small readily admits he was not academically inclined, but was more interested in sports, especially listening to cricket. In 1958, at the age of 16, Mr. Small gave his life to Christ. He was of the view that if you wanted to serve God, you had to be a community worker. This was the start of his commitment to community work and his involvement with the Salvation Army. By 1960, 2 years after joining the Salvation Army, Mr. Small became Corps Sergeant Major and was also president of the then Seaview Youth Group. Since 1974, Mr. Small has worked as a broadcaster at Starcom Network, when Barbados Radiofusion was in existence. Every Saturday, there was Auntie Olga's Children's Party Pageant of Youth, from about 9 until 10 or longer. 2 of the characters were Granny and George, both played by Carsten Small. His talent was not limited to voice characters, but also finding a physically challenged person or issue to highlight in a program called Far and Wide. Mr. Small continues to host a program called Visions on Starcom Network, which deals with the life stories of the disabled. Over the years, Mr. Small has worked with numerous charities and even started the Carsten Small Foundation, which was established to aid Barbadians. In June 2006, thanks to the assistance of persons in Reading, England, the Carsten Small Foundation was able to adopt 2 wards at the geriatric hospital in Beccles Road, St. Michael, and raise money for other causes in Barbados. A master of ceremonies at the former Crop Over Fairs, this longtime community worker has never allowed his visual impairment to be an impediment to him and has a get-up-and-go personality. He has traveled throughout the United States of America playing the harmonica with the gospel band Love Circle, now known as the Circle of Love. Throughout their travels, the group would always take the opportunity to promote Barbados. Mr. Small has received numerous awards over the years, including the Barbados Service Medal for work done in the interests of the disabled and disadvantaged, and for his selfless dedication to community work. On the 30th of November 2016, Mr. Small was conferred the Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire. Celebrating community spirit, inspiring strength and unity, is a theme under which we are celebrating the 2017 Community Independence celebrations. Mr. Carsten Small is truly one who embodies that community spirit and continues to inspire us with his steadfast commitment to community work and his work with the disabled and disadvantaged.